Good morning, people. We are Food Mixology, and it's 7 a.m. on a Sunday, and we are here at Samovar today. No!
As I look out, you're warning me. Your thoughts devour my point of view. It's true, I cower when I will speak. So let's get round to what I will be.
Today at Samovar, we're gonna be learning how they make their chai, and we're gonna be tasting some of the other drinks and food that they prepare here. Get ready.
Right. So we've been boiling the chai for about 10 minutes, and now it's time for some sugar, which will cook nicely into it and make it perfectly sweet. There's a lot of spices that we use in the chai. The end product is not as sweet as the chai you would have somewhere else, but we need a good amount of sugar to balance out all the real spices that we use. People are often surprised that there's salt in it. You don't taste the salt at all, but it just brings out all the flavors, and the spices really kind of shine with some salt.
And while we wait for the chai to be ready to taste, Isa is gonna make us a matcha drink first.
I'm going to be making a matcha tonic, which is one of my favorite drinks these days. It's kind of bitter and refreshing. Matcha's already bitter, but tonic water is bitter and crisp in a very different way. So it's a very good pairing, I think. I have a lot of people that come in that want the feeling of a cocktail as well, and this really gives you the feeling of enjoying a nice cocktail without having any alcohol, just using matcha instead of, say, vodka or gin. As well, yes. We make some great tea cocktails.
Huh. I never think that's a thing.
We do it at restaurant, and also when we have special or private events, we come up with cocktails depending on the event.
Is the restaurant the same name?
Yeah, it's also Samovar.
Oh, cool.
It's at Yerba Buena Gardens, in front of the Museum of Modern Art. The matcha and tonic, and the matcha shot. All right, cheers. Cheers.
You want to try this?
Sure. It's really strong.
It is, but I mean, it's not espresso strong. So it's like,
It's not espresso strong, but sometimes people will try it and they'll be like, oh, this is so bitter and intense. And I just tell them, well, imagine the first time you had espresso. You were probably like wiping your mouth out afterwards because you were used to the bitterness. But the flavor grows on you, the way it makes you feel grows on you, and before you know it, you're craving espresso, or in this case, matcha. Get ready for some chai.
After finishing our matcha drinks, Isa proceeded to make and finish the chai so we can try all the drinks at once.
Fab, look at me.
He lined up the drinks beautifully so we can sip each one of them, and it was great. And now I'm caffeinated as fuck.
I'm here with Isa. He used to be my boss 2 years ago. Now he's the manager of Samovar, and we're gonna ask him some questions. Why did you choose to open Samovar? I know you told me you were a key piece, like in opening the 2 locations or the 3.
We have several locations now. I joined Samovar a little over a year ago when we were getting ready to open our shop in Pacific Heights. I grew up here in San Francisco, and I've been in food and tea for a long time, and Samovar is a company that I've always looked up to. We have a shop in Valencia Street, and I would walk by every day and was just kind of in awe of the quality of the tea, and the aesthetics and the atmosphere. So it was really exciting once there was a position open to help manage Samovar.
You were eyeing it for like
Yeah.
Where were you there before?
Before this company, I worked for a Canadian tea company, David's Tea, and I helped them expand their U.S. market. When I started with them, we had 5 stores and 55 by the time I finished 5 years later. So it was really fun to learn even more about tea, more about opening new stores, managing multiple locations, and also just learning to spread the love of tea and connecting with people to more and more and more people, which has been my goal.
And that's why you got into it. How did you get into the industry? Because when I met you at Starbucks 10 years ago, you were already a manager. You were already like boss. So you say your parents were chefs.
Sure.
So did that have anything to do?
Absolutely. I think I've always been really passionate about food and plants. Those are the 2 things that I really, really love. We grew a lot of our own fruits and vegetables growing up. And tea, I feel, is exactly where food and plants intersect. You know, it is truly both. And then I found that tea is a good kind of way for people to unwind or get energized or connect. And really the world is such a hectic place. I feel that having a nice little environment to have some tea and some good music and healthy food is what people need. So I'm just trying to spread that to everybody.
Nice. Okay. And what does food represent to you, like this industry, like right now? How is that a big part of your life now?
Sure. Well, one small example is I used to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day and prepare my own food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner because I wanted to really control every day.
Nice.
And I wanted to control what I was eating, and I wanted grains and greens and just kind of simple, healthy food. And it's hard to find that sometimes out there. And if you do find it, it's in a very expensive format. That's one of the reasons. Another reason I fell in love with this company is the food is simple, healthy, and delicious.
It's really good. We had a really simple dish the first time I ate.
Yeah, like 5 ingredients,
but the flavor,
everything you need.
There's truffle oil, and it was really flavorful. I was surprised.
Yeah, totally. Another big mission of mine in life is showing people that you don't have to be rich to have healthy, good food. You know, often people think, healthy eating is for rich people, but it's really not. It can be very accessible, and it's for everyone. And that's another thing that I think we're good at, is showing people just healthy, simple food. It makes you feel good.
If it's possible to choose what is your favorite drink to make and what's your favorite drink to drink.
Sure, yeah, it is 2 different drinks, my favorite to make and my favorite to drink. I think my favorite to make is called a matcha limeade.
That's the one you made for me.
Yeah.
I had like 2 of those.
Those are really good.
With boba. I forgot to ask for boba.
The matcha limeade is great because it's a delicious drink, whether you love matcha and you're a matcha freak and you like it straight up, or if it's new to you and you haven't really had it before.
I never had anything like that.
Yeah. So
I got a matcha latte. I never thought it would be good, like lime.
There's so much you can do with it.
Yeah, exactly. I was surprised.
We take matcha every morning and make it into a sugar syrup. We pour that over ice with some lime juice, sparkling water, and mint. So it's like a green tea lemonade of sorts.
Is that the one you told me like we had rum? It's actually really good.
Yeah, with white rum or with sake. I like it with sake a lot as well. That's my favorite to make because you really feel like a bartender. It's a layered drink. It's beautiful. I love handing it off to people. It looks really great and people seem really happy with it. Yeah, we can definitely make that together.
1, 2, 3, 4.
After our interview, we got back into the kitchen to get ready and make some of the dishes that they prepare here at Samovar.
How carelessly you gave me your heart, and carelessly I broke it, sweetheart.
I'm usually very comfortable in the kitchen, making whatever dish I want to make. But today, when it came to breaking the slow poached eggs, I was actually kind of nervous. But it all went great.
But now at night, I wake up and I cry. I wish I knew a way to find the love I threw away so carelessly.
The money shot.
Yeah. Now love is a treasure. No one can measure love.
We had some amazing drinks, nitro teas, chai, matcha lattes, matcha limeades, and delicious food. We learned how they make their chai, and it was overall a really cool and fun experience. With great food, great drinks, and most importantly, great people.
I broke it, sweetheart. I took each tender kiss you gave.